Joining me now is Corrado De Casperis. He's Executive Chair and CEO of Comstock. And we have Deep Prasad. He is the CEO of GenMat. Great to see you, gentlemen, both.
Thanks for having us.
Let's start with you, Corrado. So you've got this large land package in Nevada, and you've got a partnership with GenMat. And your mission is to basically decarbonize the world through innovative technology. Could you sort of sum that up for us?
Absolutely, yeah. We changed our strategy about 5 years ago, and we are systemically decarbonizing, which means we want to identify and deliver technology solutions that could decarbonize across industries, across transportation, globally relevant human impacts. And in that context, we invested in a low-carbon fuel business. We invested in a metal recycling business, which is not only enabling critical metals to be available, but it's keeping toxic materials out of the ecosystem, out of the landfills. And we were a little consternated. How do we decarbonize through mining? It's a very disruptive industry. And we came across GenMat, which is a physics-based artificial intelligence that could not only simulate new materials, but sense and help accelerate mineral discovery. So with 12 square miles of historically relevant gold and silver assets, we said, my goodness, right? This is not just an opportunity to better, more efficiently discover minerals, but we could revolutionize the whole exploration and discovery industry.
Sounds ambitious. Now let's get to the cool stuff that you've been alluding to. So the GenMat 1 hyperspectral imager, it was shot up into space on a SpaceX rocket in November. Even just saying that sounds cool. So what is it, like in basic general terms, which I know you have to do on a regular basis to explain to people, but what makes GenMat 1 one of the most powerful hyperspectral imagers in the world? What differentiated? What is it exactly?
Yeah, so a hyperspectral imager is very simply a camera that's specialized and sees more parts of the electromagnetic spectrum than humans do. So you and I, we see the world in just 3 spectral bands. We divide the visible part of the electromagnetic spectrum, right, in 3 bands, RGB. And look how colorful the room around you is. There's blue, red, green, dark shades of gray, white, so on and so forth. And yet that's only 3 colors that the brain is combining and getting different wavelengths. So it's almost an illusion. And yet you gain so much information about the world because you have eyesight. And so the hyperspectral imager that we put into space for Earth observation, that has over 440 such bands that it separates the visible spectrum and parts of the near infrared.
440?
Yeah, wow. So it sees a far more colorful world than you and I do. And all those extra colors reveal more chemical and physical information that's visible to the naked eye.
Very cool. So GenMat goes up there in November. You said you'll probably get data within about, say, 3 months. So that's maybe, let's call it a month away or so roughly. And you're going to combine that data with your historical data. So are you both confident that what you eventually wind up with could be really game-changing?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We think so. So we think that this will be the first demonstration of physics-based AI combined with next-generation sensing, combined with a very experienced mind, showing that this is the future of mining. And we think that once people start to see the results that Comstock plus GenMat are getting, we'll be able to bring this technology to the broader market. We think that we can change the sort of cost and time of exploration and mineral discovery by at least, an order of magnitude by the end of this.
And I would like to add that the reason we are confident is the Comstock almost represents a perfect testing ground. In other words, we have 150 years worth of data, but only a small fraction of the district has had discovery. So our resources that we've defined are about 10% of the district. So we can use the technology to validate what we already know. That itself is a proof of concept. If it predicts what we already know, and then when it predicts beyond what we know, we ground truth it, right? We drill it, then we've got something very special.
Absolutely.
And just lastly here, maybe 30 seconds from each of you, tell us about as you perceive it, the Comstock investment case based on this innovative technology. And I guess another question would be, you'd be likely looking to license, if it proves itself out, you'd license the technology, correct? Yeah?
Yeah, so I'll go first just to say, we were able to justify the investment in GenMat just from what it would mean to our existing assets. I think that's a drop in the bucket to once you prove a whole new revolutionary way to discover minerals, what we can do beyond Comstock. And we're in discussions now of formalizing that itself into a venture where we're taking the technology and the sophistication of geophysical mineral discoveries with the experience we have in the industry as to how it's conventionally done to offer anything new to the rest of the world.
And Deep, final thoughts?
Yeah, I think that people should think about their investment thesis in Comstock from the perspective that we're pioneering between, GenMat's work in artificial physics intelligence and the applications, which is what Comstock will be working with us. This is a new world, a new interface with matter. And I think companies that adopt this will be the leading mining companies in the future, and the ones that fail to adopt it will be obviously.
All right, they'll get left behind. Well, fascinating stuff, gentlemen. Thanks very much. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for shedding some light on all this. All right.
Pleasure.
Okay, Deep Prasad from GenMat and Corrado De Casperas from Comstock.